Someone here is trying to play a joke on me, right? I go to pre-season, looking who we've got friendly-wise. Someone's organised a friendly against Lazio. Is that a joke? You bet you I played that game. Took the responsibilities off Edin for that game. We played that game, and yes, we beat him 4-1. Who feels silly now? Anyway, we've spent £100 million, brought in 5 players, and we play Wolfsburg again. Welcome back. That light isn't doing much today, is it? I think it's getting worse. I did drop it, but do you think that matters? Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another episode of the Dortmund Save on FM21. We're now out of the beta. We are just in FM21, but it's still a beta saved. Anyway, welcome back. This is episode 1 of season 2, or just, I don't know, wherever we are now, 12 or 13, something like that. And today we have some big transfer news for you. We're brought in 5 players. I've spent big with the money we got given. And we also played the Super Cup against Wolfsburg. I had to be Wolfsburg, didn't it? I had to play Wolfsburg again. But hopefully today, after they dumped us out of the Pokal last season, we can get our revenge. Anyway, you're probably wondering, how has he spent £100 million? Who has he brought in? He didn't have £100 million to start off with. No, he didn't. The board got involved. And let's have a look at who we did sign in. Gianluigi Donnarumma comes in and is straight away going to be our number 1 goalkeeper. We've binned off Roman Berkey after a dodgy end to the season. That actually only happened after we made the inquiry about Donnarumma. So maybe, but he knew something was going on, knew Donnarumma was coming in and going to take his place, but he was poor towards the end of the season, Berkey. So in comes Donnarumma on a free from AC Milan. Great signing, valued at £43.5 million. Look at his attributes. Great signing. I'm saying great signing because I'm just hoping it's a great signing, because we all know Berkey was actually quite decent. The second signing today then is Eric Garcia. Again, you already know about this one, so I've really only brought in 3 new faces. But he's a wonder kid from Manchester City, only 20 years old, again on a pre-contract deal. I felt I did quite well, you know, picking both of these players up for free. There were some other ones I went for, as I mentioned before. Memphis Depay, Zlatan we looked at potentially, but couldn't really offer him the right playing time. But Eric Garcia comes in, and I've actually found another centre-back who you'll see in a minute. And I think the new guy is probably better than him, so I don't think he's going to play much, which could get a bit feisty, but we'll have to see. So if Eric Garcia doesn't start, Luis Felipe probably will. We got this guy, I don't know how much for now. How much do we pay for this guy? £23 million from Lazio. If you can't beat him, make him worse. The Brazilian central defender looks very good. Just look at some of those attributes. Heading and tackling stand out straight away for a centre-back. 6'2". Isn't slow as well. We found that some of our defenders were quite slow at the back. So the ball over the top when playing the high line sometimes caught us out, so we had to try and address that. And of course, we're going to drop the line back slightly when we play those counter-attacking teams. But finding someone who actually had a tiny bit of pace helps. But an elite centre-back, a resolute elite centre-back, should I say. He is right-footed, which is a bit of a problem. We've got a lot of right-footed centre-halves now. We don't have many left-footed. Zagadou is the only one. But I kind of think Luis Felipe is going to come in and take Zagadou's spot in the starting 11 and play on that left side. Hummels on the right, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. The next player we've brought in then is Alexander Isak. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, formerly a Borussia Dortmund player, as you might know anyway if you're a Dortmund fan, played for the club back in 2018, only making 5 appearances. Not really sure what happened around here, but ended up going to Real Sociedad, and within that, his contract had a buyback clause of £27.5 million. So I was looking to bring in a striker to play second fiddle to Haaland, someone a bit better than Petagna who could push Haaland a little bit more, and really I quite like to have 3 strikers if I'm playing one up top, because then if one get injured, you've always got that person on the bench, always got that safety net. And now Britannia's kind of been relegated to that safety net. Isaac will come in. Isaac, I will nail it, will come in to be the second striker. And look at him, to be fair, he's very good. He's good enough, really, to probably start for us if we didn't have Erling Haaland. Of course, we do have Erling Haaland, but valued at £44.5 million. Quite a lot of money for someone who's going to be a bench warmer for a lot of the time. And finally today then, probably the player I'm most excited about signing, and I don't normally get excited about signing right-backs, but Achraf Hakimi is back at Dortmund again. Another player who used to play for the club, of course, was on loan from Real Madrid a couple of seasons ago, for 2 seasons. His contract expired. He then joined Inter Milan, and now I've brought him back to Dortmund, back to Germany. And going forward, he is going to be unbelievable at right back. Defensive, we won't worry about it too much. Heading's quite poor, tackling only 11, positioning 11, but we're not bought him for that. We've bought him to create chances down that right hand side. His pace, his crossing, his dribbling, stamina, work rate. This guy going forward is an absolute machine. Only 22 years old as well. Munir was good and was decent and got 10 assists, played well consistently. Is that tiny bit better defensively, so maybe we'll have to consider that depending on who he come up against, but he's not on Hakimi's level. And there we go then, that is the £98 million we've spent on our 5 players. Of course, you already knew about the 2 free agents that we signed towards the end of last season, but Luis Felipe, Alexander Isak and Achraf Hakimi come in, and we've had a few younger players leave on frees, and Toljan's gone to Atalanta, but I mean, I've clicked on Atalanta, not him. He was alright, he wasn't that good. I was so close to signing Husam Aouar, who I was going to play in space of Marco Reus, but in the end he's gone to Hertha Berlin, would you believe it, instead of us. I think they've got a lot of money. I think they've had a takeover quite recently. It's Herving Lozano we had lined up, but I cancelled it in the end because I didn't think we needed him. But players flying all over the place in this transfer window. I'm pretty happy with the squad we've got though. I think this, what you can see here, is going to be the starting lineup. Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi, Hummels, Luis Felipe and Guerrero, Bellingham and Chan in the centre, Sancho, Royce and Brand behind Haaland up top. So not changing that front 4 at all, but 3 out of the back 5 are going to be new players, so hopefully that doesn't mess with our defensive stability, but it definitely could do. Anyway, let's move on to the game we've got today then. We've got the game against Wolfsburg in the Super Cup. I've just noticed that a couple of those players, most noticeably Luis Felipe, is actually on international duty, so maybe he can't play in this game, and I'd quite like to play him in this game to kind of bed him in early into the season. And yes, I'm right, he can't play this game, which is quite annoying. So Zagadou thought he was going to be out of the team, but he's actually going to come straight back in. A couple of players on international duty, to be fair. One thing also to note, Renier is still here. I thought he'd go. I thought we only had him for 1 season on loan, but Renier on loan from Real Madrid for 1 more season. So I said towards the end of last season we didn't get to use him much, and it was a bit of a shame because when we did use him, he was quite good. But he's here for 1 more year, so another year for us not to use him, and then at the end think we should have used him more. So just the one change from the team that I just showed you then. Zagadou's going to come in. Isak features on the bench. Hakimi and Donnarumma both start. It's going to be an exciting season, and I think we've made some really good improvements to the team. I mean, just look at the bench now, mate. To have Isak, Munier, Petagna, Witsel, Hazard, by the way. Hazard, who's now valued at 40 million. I'm not really sure how that happened. 38.5, sorry. It must have gone down slightly. Not really sure how he got that good. I don't remember him being this good at the start of last season, but he is now, so maybe he's someone who can get some more playing time. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting season, a very strong side. Let's get off to a winning start and get a trophy on the board against Wolfsburg. Here we go then. We're at the, I don't know, is it at the Signal Iduna Park? I think it is. I think it's played at the League Winners Stadium, so we are at the Signal Iduna Park. It's very yellow, so I think that's right. I didn't show you this game last season, did I? But we did beat Bayern Munich in it. It was actually a very good game. We beat them on penalties in the end. Let's hope we can beat Wolfsburg today. Guerrero takes a throw and then into Royce, into Jude Bellingham. We had a very good end to the season. He's running across goal now. Can he shoot back across? He played it into Guerrero. He's come very central. He's had a shot from distance. Wow, I thought it was going to nestle in the corner. Very central for a left back to go there. We didn't like him there. That's not where we want you to be, Guerrero. Another highlight then, maybe for Wolfsburg to create something themselves here now. Roussillon's got it on this left-hand side, plays it down the line to Bacalo. I remember that left-hand side being quite pivotal for them going forward when we played them previously, so hopefully we can nullify that threat today. A long ball over the top. There's no worries there. Donnarumma's there, although there might be worries. What's he doing with it? Wow. Thought he was going to give it away then, but he hasn't. He's played up to Haaland, who's knocked it down really well to Royce. Into Sancho now, running towards goal. Can he beat Roussillon? He puts it across. Bellingham's there, and Bellingham puts us 1-0 ahead. Was that a new animation? Was that in the full game? I don't feel like it was on that goal animation. Did it always pop up like that? I don't know. That was very cool though. We're 1-0 up already. Haaland doing what he does best, holding the ball up well, finding Marco Reus, who puts out wide to Sancho. I think it is Roussillon who he manages to get past to put the cross in. A nice deflection, puts it back into Jude Bellingham's path, and he couldn't really miss from there, could he? 6 yards out, 1-0 up after 16 minutes. Come on, let's get the Super Cup back to Dortmund. Zagadou hits it long now. Haaland could be in here. Haaland's through on goal, and he picks up where he left off last season. Already got a goal in his first game of season number 2. The ball came from nowhere really. Zagadou smashes it forward with his left foot, and that's what we could miss by playing someone like Luis Felipe, a right-footed player in there, because he's not going to have the left foot wand of Zagadou there to play a ball through to Haaland. 2-0 up already. I think he makes the keeper there as well. 2-0 up after 28 minutes. Wolfsburg, see, we're a different side this year, lads. Our XG hasn't even hit 1 yet, which is interesting. That could take us to half-time, though, being 2-0 up, which we'll definitely take. Or could be 3-0. Marco Reus with the free kick, whips it in, Haaland under it. It's managed to be headed away to Heberer. Heberer could be on some sort of counter-attack here. They're getting a lot of men forward fast. Dennis Mann has it, plays it out wide to Mbabu. We know he's very good at attacking down this right-hand side. He's played it into Haber, how do I say it? Haberer. It sounds like I had some sort of glitch in my brain there, but he's managed to score, put them back within a goal of Borussia Dortmund, us. Yannick Haberer. It's a good counter-attack, to be fair, from Wolfsburg. And there we go then, that does take us to half-time. 2-1 up at half-time. They're 1 shot on target out of their 3 they've scored from. We've controlled the game fairly well, I feel like. But unfortunately, that goal just before half-time has let them back in. And let's hope they don't build on that any further. You've got one hand on the cup. Tell them that. That probably was the worst thing to say, because if they were complacent before, they definitely are now. So we'll have to see whether that affects us in this second half. Can we get a goal early on in the second half to make it 3-1, reinstall that 2-goal lead? Hakimi doesn't win that pass there from Royce. He plays it into Bracalo, but Wolfsburg switch it now to Dennis Mann. Dennis Mann smashes it forward. Herrera, oh, it's like last season all over again. Wow, that was whiskers away from nestling in the bottom corner. But that high ball, that long ball over the top again from our defence against our high line, nearly found us out. But Guerrero with the corner, headed away to Zava. We've got to be careful on these counter-attacks. How have they got so much space in the centre? Bracalo is just blitzing past everyone. He's going to score, isn't he? Oh my days. Who's made that tackle? Stop. Who's made that tackle? Jude Bellingham. Wow. Okay. Fair play. That was unbelievable, that tackle. Oh my days. Hakimi with the throw into the box. Sancho underneath it. Falls to Emre Can on the edge of the box. He plays it across, trying to find Guerrero, but cleared away. Zagadou this time to the first knock away. But Bracalo again is away here. Is Zagadou going to catch him, or is he going to just score? Sorry. How has Mats Hummels made that tackle? Have we all just seen that? How do I rewind on this? I can't believe what I've just seen. I mean, I'm happy about it, because Mats Hummels has made a physics-defying tackle to keep us in the lead. But wow, okay. I've paused it. I'm just about to drop our line back, because you can see they're definitely getting some joy by playing the ball over the top. But that could end it for us. Erling Haaland, a completely free header. I can't believe you're leaving Erling Haaland free in the box when a free kick comes in like that. But he gets his head onto it, makes it 3-1 from a Marco Reus free kick. And maybe I don't need to drop the line back, because he might have just won the game there. But look at that. So much space for him. Nestles it in the corner, off the side netting. Looks like he might have been nearly offside, maybe. Wow. Okay, he's timed that to absolute perfection. What a goal that is. Okay, now we will drop the line back. We've dropped it back, but only to standard defensive line instead of high, you know? They're playing quite defensively still. I remember they played this formation before against us, Wolfsburg. They played 5 at the back, but they did play a ball in midfielder that day. Gone for a playmaker in there with a box-to-box today. So maybe trying to find a bit more creativity in there. But less than 10 minutes to go. We're winning 3-1. We could have our first trophy on the board in the first game. The Super Cup could be staying with us in Dortmund. 1 minute to go now. 3 minutes added on. And Babu has it down the right-hand side. Can he get a cross in? Can they make a late charge? Well, they can if Guerrero fouls them, or he hasn't. It was a good tackle, apparently. I haven't made any subs. Oh my days, I haven't made any subs, and we're all very tired. Julian Brand's running towards the defence now. He's been quite quiet today. Can Haaland get a hat-trick? Yes, he can. Erling Haaland gets a hat-trick in his first game of the season. This guy is unbelievable. I urge you lot, if you're playing a high-end save in any nation, anywhere, and can afford Erling Haaland, he's got a release clause in his first season, get him. He is so good on this game. Julian Brand, instrumental there in the build-up. Well, he did it all himself. Ran through, played a nice through ball into Erling Haaland, and he just doesn't miss from there. 4-1, 3 goals for Haaland, and we haven't made any subs. The 11 that we started with have done it all, and that could be a bit worrying heading into the season, but a nice trophy celebration here. Moved a lot smoother than the League One at the end of last season, which I thought the game robbed us of. But it seems a bit different, actually. It seems like it's added a bit more detail to it. It's still glitching around whether it's a cup or a trophy. We don't know, but the Super Cup comes back to Dortmund for a second season. Look at that, lifting it high. I was going to say, they had red fireworks then, like they've prepped for Bayern Munich to win it, but they've changed it now. While they were going off, they've managed to switch to yellow ones, but there we go. The Super Cup comes back to Borussia Dortmund for a second season. 4-1 against Wolfsburg, the same scoreline actually, I think, when we played them in the Europa League quarterfinals, I want to say. But Erling Haaland, this guy is just mad. Anyway, guys, I really hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please smash that like button below. The more likes we can get, the better. It really does mean a lot and help me out. Thank you so much for the support on this series. I'm amazed we're getting this many views, 13 episodes in, but it really does mean a lot. Make sure you subscribe. As I said, we've got some interesting FM content coming soon, and I'm really excited about that, so hopefully you guys are too. Share it with your friends, leave a like, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment on who I should have signed, or how you think the team's looking so far, and I will see you very soon for the next episode. See you then.